Michael Muthinji Mutunga sasa atalazimika kutumikia kifungo cha miaka 30 gerezani baada ya mahakama kuu ya Embu kumpata na hatia ya kumuua kasisi Michael Chengo Oktoba mwaka 2019.
So the court has noted that the first accused person.
Jaji wa mahakama kuu ya Embu Lucy Njuguna akitoa kifungo hicho amesema mahakama imezingatia ushahidi wote uliowasilishwa mahakamani dhidi ya mshukiwa Michael Mutunga mwenye umri wa miaka 26 ambaye alikiri kumuua kasisi Michael Chengo Oktoba mwaka 2019.
It's alleged that he acted in anger because that was not proved, and in grief. The accused prayed for mercy from the court, and he has urged the court to impose an impunitive sentence, and he has also urged the court to be guided by the Mauajiahukumiwa case. Both the accused asked the court to consider the reason, and I call it the reason in quotes because it was brought up at the litigation. If he thought that it was a good defense, he ought to have proceeded with the case and proved that allegation. So if the accused asked the court to consider the reason in quotes why he committed the offense, and he admitted that he took the law into his own hands, and as a result of that an innocent life was lost.
Jaji Njuguna amesema kifungo hicho cha miaka 30 kimezingatia ile kesi ya mratetu dhidi ya serikali licha ya mshukiwa kukiri kumuua kasisi huyo ambaye amedai alimlawiti.
Was sodomized as he alleged. He ought to have used the legal avenues open to him so that justice could be served, but he decided to take the law into his own hands. I also noted the conduct of the accused person immediately after he committed the offense. It betrayed his innocence by all means. He unjustly enriched himself with the money that he withdrew from the deceased M-Pesa and the bank accounts, which was done within 3 days. And within the 3 days, he had withdrawn a whopping 400,000. He also took into possession of the deceased motor vehicle and converted it into his own use and continued to drive it as his own without a care. I've perused the victim impact report in this case, and I note that he was the family is still very bitter, and I find that the circumstances under which this offense was committed calls for a severe and deterrent sentence. I sentence the first accused person to serve 30 years in prison, and in sentencing the 30 years, I've already taken into account the time that he has spent in custody when before he was released on board and when we cancelled his board after he absconded.
Kadhalika familia ya mwenda zake wameelezea uamuzi uliotolewa na mahakama hiyo ya Embu.
Dead people don't answer, don't defend themselves. So lawyers at times, if you are picking on a line of defense, don't ridicule men of God, because you'll have a destiny with God. Okay, this is a matter which has lagged in the court for quite a while, and we respect the decision of the court.
It's clearly indicated that the accused used false words against our priest, saying that he had a reason or the way he killed him. We've known the priest. He has been an integrated person. We have known him where he was working, and we would appreciate that the judge did not go by the lie or the words which were used much later after he had submitted that he is the one who killed father. And also on the other side, we would think within the judgment, the bit which is strengthening us, he gave the reasons for killing much after he had accepted the fact that he killed him and he had not given any reason before.
Charles Omondi, Boss TV.
Assuming that the deceased was sodomized as he alleged, he ought to have used the legal avenues open to him so that justice could be served